Welcome back to Press Review. Let's start as usual by taking a look at today's front pages in the Middle East. The UAE's Gulf News leads its front page reporting that Iraq's embattled Prime Minister Nouri al-Maliki appeared more isolated yesterday as he pressed his battle to remain in power, while Iraqi politicians and the international community rallied behind the Shiite premier designate. The paper also reports that regional crises, including Gaza, are expected to be high on the agenda on the GCC foreign ministers when they meet today in the Red Sea port city of Jeddah. And from Saudi Arabia, the Arab News leads reporting that Saudi Arabia has said that the actions of the Palestinian resistance group Hamas cannot be equated with Israel's mass killings. The paper also reports that Pakistan's Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif has announced that Pakistan's Supreme Court will probe opposition allegations of rigging in last year's elections. From Beirut, the Daily Star reports that Lebanese Army Commander General Jean Ahwaji made a rare visit to Lebanon's border region, inspecting troops deployed in the Bekaa Valley town of Arsal following last week's gun battles with jihadists. The paper also reports that the Special Tribunal for Lebanon names Marianne El-Hajj as acting spokesperson until the court recruited a replacement. The Egypt Independent reports that the Egyptian authorities held the executive director of Human Rights Watch, Kenneth Roth, and another senior official of the organization, Sarah Lee Whitson, at Cairo airport and denied them entry for security reasons. The paper also reports that military spokesperson Mohammed Samir said raids against terrorists in North Sinai and Dakhaliya left two alleged terrorists killed in a shootout with security troops. Now let's take a look at the top Middle East news from papers in the UK. The Telegraph leads Middle East news reporting that a foreign journalist was amongst 5 people killed in northern Gaza on Wednesday as Palestinian experts were dismantling an Israeli missile. The paper says the incident comes as Israeli and Palestinian negotiators enter a final day of ceasefire talks in Cairo. Also from the UK, The Independent leads reporting that Britain is facing grower pressure to do more to help the tens of thousands trapped in Mount Sinjar in Iraq, as horrific reports continue to emerge of people in a scramble for survival. The paper says while up to 50,000 of the ethnic Yazidi minority are thought to remain trapped by ISIS militants on the mountain, many others have now made their own grueling efforts to escape. And The Guardian reports that another 130 US troops arrived in Iraq yesterday on what the Pentagon described as a temporary mission to assess the scope of the humanitarian crisis facing thousands of displaced Iraqi civilians trapped on Mount Sinjar and evaluate options for getting them out to safety. And now let's have a look at top Middle East news in international papers. Germany's Deutsche Welle reports that Defense Minister Ursula von der Leyen has announced that Germany will support Iraq's army in its efforts to fight the Islamic State terror group by delivering non-lethal military aid such as armored vehicles, helmets, night vision equipment, booby trap detectors and medical supplies. And finally, China's Global Times reports that Syria's Prime Minister Wael al-Halqi stressed Tuesday his government's keenness to keep on the cooperation with different humanitarian organizations in order to facilitate the flow of humanitarian aid to the infected Syrians across the country. And for more updates, visit our website levant.tv. Thanks for watching. Be sure to join us again tomorrow, and bye for now.